Doc, we better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
What's going on, guys? I know I've been gone for a while, I haven't been vlogging, but I definitely had to do a vlog for this. So I was very fortunate enough to get to borrow a Tesla Model X P100D for the last few days, and we did a little mini trip. Here's a little video of that.
Open the blueberries, Dada.
Blueberries? Okay.
Like the small ones.
Here we go.
Like small ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's this few?
Arden made a fruit platter. What is on there, Arden?
Bananas, oranges,
Watermelon.
watermelon, apples, and blueberries.
Ooh. We found the Arden size Model S. Careful. So it wouldn't be a Sunday without some ale. And the kids loved it. So they dubbed this the rocket car, which at this time you already know what Tesla can do with acceleration, torque, and all that stuff. So really what it comes down to is, does this car make sense to have? Now, the price tag is a hefty one. The model that we're driving today is actually about $160,000. Now, with that being said, I could totally see why this is a $160,000 car. Now, it's very refined. I feel like it is very upscale in the thought of how the seats feel, the steering wheel, the carbon fiber trim that it has throughout. I mean, and those Falcon doors, right? I mean, who could want anything more? So, would you spend the money? I mean, at $150,000, there's plenty of cars you can get. You get into that supercar territory, and I'll be honest with you. Oh yeah, I would. As a parent. Now look, I get it. You're a single guy, single woman, don't have any care in the world for anything else but yourself and maybe a partner. Why wouldn't you just get a supercar at that point? And I agree with that. But as a father, I have 2 kids. This thing's plenty space-ish. Space-ish. This car has a lot of room for everything we need for the kids, and so with that, for me, I'd say yeah, definitely would spend the money on this. Now, is it difficult to charge up the car and stuff like that? Yes and no. I mean, the superchargers, as we found out today, were like when we went to go charge up, was completely packed, which made it difficult because we wanted to move as fast as possible. But if we did have the level 2 charger at home, you know, the 221, I mean, the car would have been filled and we would have been fine. When I say filled, of course, charged. It's hard to stop saying, you know, the gas pedal is really an acceleration pedal, as well as with, it's not filling up, but charging up. So anyways, to me, really, it's an amazing car. Now, of course, this P100D is the top of the line and gives you the most mileage you can possibly get in one of these Teslas, and it's amazing. I don't feel it to be a hindrance whatsoever that it's an electric car. And again, like I said, the punchiness and the just the way it drives, the acceleration is amazing, of course, but the actual handling of the car, this is on air suspension and has all-wheel drive. Car feels planted. And here's the thing, so there's a couple different modes. There's the chill mode, which, you know, limits not how fast you can go, but the torque. It reduces the torque a lot, so it's a little bit more of a smoother, easier ride. And then they have the standard, which for the most part all the Teslas have, which gives you that little bit more of that punchy feeling where you can easily pass somebody up, as we do right now, and it feels amazing. And then this one actually has the ludicrous driving mode, because it is the performance. That's what the P stands for. With that performance part of it, the car is insane when you drive it. I mean, here's my dad driving it the night that we picked it up.
It's clear right now if you go for it.
Como que va a ir para arriba.
Yeah, it's...
Qué barba. Ahora entiendo por qué son tan caros.
Yeah.
Jamás había sentido tanto poder.
Yeah.
Y es que es de que la ya no es que va poco a
Instant.
poco.
It's
Okay, this is a guy that, I love my pops, but he's very old school when it comes to certain things, and he likes what he likes. And he thought that he would never like an electric car, and he walked out in love with the Tesla. So that alone was a big proof to me that these cars are something different, do hit all those points that people are looking for. You know, refined, punchy, and just an amazing car. So, like I said, for me, I feel like this car is something that I am going to be working very hard to obtain. Nick loved the car. Honestly, I was kind of pushing towards a Model S before, or a Model 3. Nick was like, she wanted the bigger car, and now driving it with the way we, you know, the way we live our lives, it makes perfect sense. Those Falcon doors for any parent is amazing, because the doors are completely out of your way, and it's easy to throw your kids in, lock them up, and get going. It's awesome. And I mean, outside of the other features this car has, I mean, we got to a point where we weren't even closing our own doors. You walk up, door pops open, you get in, push the brake, driver door closes, passenger gets in, I can push a button, it closes. It's insane. And the same for the Falcon doors in the trunk. Now, the only one that doesn't do that is the front. And outside of this whole amazingness, and I don't want to sound like I'm being picky, that's probably the only thing that I kind of felt they kind of missed the mark on the engineering of it. I would have felt like they could have done the same as with the trunk, where and let me explain, frunk is a front trunk. There you go. So like I'm saying, I felt that could have been automated. It could have had a feature where you open it and close it. This one you actually have to close it, and it's kind of freaky to push really hard down on a part of the car when you know how much the car is worth. Now, Nick did do some research, and there's like a little trick where if you double push it, it easily locks in. Didn't know that at first, and I felt like I was gonna break the car. So other than that, I mean, it has this amazing windshield that just looks insane. Like it's just gorgeous. And people were saying, like, do you feel like you get too much sun and stuff? I'll be honest, I didn't feel that much heat, and it was, yes, I get it, it's January, but we're in Southern California. It was 86 today at the beach. And I didn't feel like the sun was beating down on us. The tint and the gradient that it has works out so good. And not even to mention the amazing, ludicrous takeoff mode. It really is the most amazing takeoff ever. If you were to think like when you're in Space Mountain or Superman the ride at Six Flags or something like that, where it just punches it and you're gone, that is the feeling you get on the regular takeoff. On the ludicrous mode, you feel like you're gonna die. just as simple as that. You feel like you're gonna die. Yeah, it's quick, guys. It's epically quick. So wow, it was awesome to be able to do that one time. So in all, would I buy this car? I think I already said it. Yes, definitely, 100%. I am gunning to own this car for myself, for Nick, and my family. Loved it, enjoyed everything about it. I mean, from the massive touchscreen, which I was kind of weary about. I kind of like simplistic when it comes to cars. Porsche, just think Porsche. How it just is what you need, right? You don't have too many buttons and things like that. But to be honest, I really appreciate the screen, especially now driving it on a trip. It's so amazing. The backup camera is super huge. The navigation system looks great. The streaming music that you do from here, from the system itself, awesome. The center, basically the speedo would be, it's awesome. It has a picture of your car, shows you cars that are around you, has your navy on the side, has the speed that you're going, the speed limit of the area you're in. You can have the icon of the music you're listening to, and it's like everything is so easy to control. It's not very difficult. So I feel Tesla hit a home run on all their cars. I do love Tesla in the sense of everything they're building, and this was proof like that they actually have done an amazing job. The engineering of this car, the shape, the look, the feel, the drive, and everything has been taken account for. Now, I drive Ford F-150 pickup truck, and I thought that was the most comfortable thing ever. Nick has her Landy. That thing drives like a dream. We have the Mini, that's a little sporty car, whatever, but I mean, this thing just hits all the things I would. Now, understand, I am a car guy. I love cars. I think cars are an amazing thing, and I enjoy pushing cars to their limit. So there's a couple things too with, like, you know, you can't rev the engine, you don't have that, kind of goes away, but it's okay because it makes it up with everything else it has in it. Now, I haven't even talked about the self-driving feature of it. I used it. It took me a while to get used to it, but after using it, it's really just a kick-ass cruise control. It takes care of everything. Now, you have to make sure you still hold the wheel or be ready to take over the car at any given time. You know, you have to understand that there's elements outside of just the automated side of it, right? You gotta be aware of what you're doing. So always, guys, make sure you're not paying attention to it. You want to make sure that you're doing the best. But it is an amazing feature. So that on top of everything, I mean, the car, like I said, it's just everything you would think it would be, and it was more. It's crazy to think, right? I had high expectations for the car, and it surpassed it. So now I'm just gushing about a car. But I mean, look, the design, like I said, the way it looks, and we had the 6-seater version, which meant that basically you have that walkthrough between, and we really like that, the idea that somebody can easily get into the back. Now, you can do the 7-seater configuration, which adds an extra seat in between. But for me, honestly, I kind of like this look. I know Nick really loves this look, so for me, I'm all about it. But yeah, I mean, just from the outside, I mean, the paint color looks amazing. I love this gray, as you've seen on the big. The rim, it's huge, massive 22-inch black Tesla rim, wrapped in some Pirellis, and they look amazing. So, yeah, it's just an awesome car. So, guys, if you're in the market and you can afford it, I mean, that's what it comes down to, right? Does it make sense to buy? And to me, that's anything. Does anything make sense to buy? Like, You can buy an Apple MacBook Pro that costs you like $1,300, or you can go buy a Chromebook for $150. They're still gonna both get you onto the internet. You can still do a lot of stuff, but there's a quality to it, and to me, there's a quality in this. So if you can afford it, heck yeah. If you can't afford the X, you know, maybe you can afford the S or a lower model one, or Model 3 now that they're out. $35,000 is the base price on the Model 3, and you still get that performance feel of the car. It won't be the P, it won't be like a performance driven, but even on the regular settings, this car is just awesome. So with that, guys, as always, you've been awesome. Don't ever change. This car's been awesome. It should never change. I am definitely going to try to pick one up at some time in my life, hopefully, and go from there. So, as always, thanks for watching. I'll be back with the vlogs, I promise. But I had to make sure I got this one done, so